A little bit about your background.
Well, I've been the pastor of the Presbyterian Church of Lawrenceville for 18 plus years, via Indiana, where I was born, school, college in North Carolina, New York City, California, and again, New Jersey for 18 plus years now.
Great. And what led you to and why did you get involved with this project?
So probably about 5 years ago, I started working on this project through the judicatory, the presbytery. And for a long time, I had seen this facility, and I and a number of other people saw the potential here for redevelopment. And the First Presbyterian Church of Trenton owns not only this large facility, but a lot of the storefront houses on East Hanover Street. And a number of us thought, wow, this would be amazing if we could do something with that. On the other hand, it's also the case that churches have spun down and then their facilities become albatrosses, and we didn't want that to happen. So I began working with this project on behalf of the Presbytery about 5 years ago.
Great. Why do you think it's important to transform this site into a community resource?
Well, again, churches, this facility was appropriate to the congregation that was using it several generations ago, and of course the demographics have changed. And so it's important not only for this particular location, but I hope as a model for what can be done with facilities, buildings of congregations that are no longer the right size to use them, to turn them into a community resource. And I think my hope is that this is also going to be a driver of economic development, or help spur some of the economic development that is incipient, that's already starting to happen here in Trenton. That's really what we'd love to see happen.
Great. What do you think is the coolest aspect of doing this?
Well, for me, I love seeing things new happen. I like building things, and so seeing something new come from something old is, I think, a really amazing aspect of this. The fact that it's going to be not only a place where the arts will be celebrated, and it'll give this community a kind of unique venue for that. There are certainly other venues for the arts in Trenton, but the size and the nature of this is going to be different and unique. But also, it's going to have a cafe. It's going to have a place where a sort of place where you can eat. Where there'll be a restaurant. It'll be a place for events and conferences and that kind of thing. So I don't know that I can pin it down to one cool thing. I mean, there's going to be a lot of really cool and exciting things about this place. If we have enough money, there's going to be like a patio, an outdoor patio above the space where we are right now. And I just would look forward to this becoming an amazing asset for the community that everybody's going to enjoy, not just Trenton, but Mercer County as well.
Great. How does this project fill a need for Trenton?
Well, I think there are a lot of organizations that have responded to the kind of needs that Trenton has, especially because there's a lot of poverty and there's a lot of need for economic development. And so I think this is a really important project because it is focusing on doing something that will be about economic development. Certainly my bias is that the theme of this project, and we're hoping that there's a second phase where we redevelop some of the storefront properties on East Hanover that are adjacent to this facility. My hope is that that's going to be about about workforce development and business creation. And so I think that is a kind of unique aspect of what we're doing, and I think that's why it's so needed.
Where would you like to see this project be a year from now, 2 years, 5 years from now?
Well, I think I'd love to see it finished in a year from now. Of course, that's not going to happen. But I would certainly love to see that in a year from now we have at least the better part of our funding, because that's the biggest need right now. Today we celebrated the New Jersey historic tax credits and receiving them. And that's a huge, huge milestone for us, but we have a long way to go to raise many millions of dollars before we're in the position to start breaking ground and start, tearing up walls and getting construction going. So I think maybe in about 2.5 years that might be feasible, but in 5 years, as I mentioned before, I'm hoping that we might have a phase 2 at least underway, if not finished, where the buildings on East Hanover that are adjacent to this property are integrated into the art center, the multi-purpose facility that we're developing here, the main part of which is the sanctuary and the social hall, and that will be a hub for nonprofit activity. And again, my hope would be about job training. We have a program, Workwell, which is about job training for people coming from prison that's already situated here, and I would love to see that housed there. A restaurant that would be about training, job training, that would be about employing people who need employment skills, helping people start businesses. That's what I would love to see happen in the other phase, the next phase of this project.
Great. And last question. What do you want the lasting impact of this project to be?
Well, like I said, I think, again, economic development, that it will be a spark for more of that to happen in the city of Trenton. But gee whiz, I hope that what we are doing here, and I'm a Presbyterian pastor, so I sort of see the hand of providence in such things as this. And it's inspiring to see that what we needed when we needed it seemed to come. But my hope is that the miracle that this project is, and hopefully is going to become, as an example to other congregations, other cities, other municipalities, for how this public-private partnership can unfold and how it can succeed. I guess that would be my ultimate hope, is that this is a pattern for future projects elsewhere.
Great.